Tough times lie ahead for Kenyans.
Saizi ukijaribu kuambia customer 70 ama 100 anaanza kuteta.
Unaambia mtu kitu bei fulani, unakuta hakuamini, anaona kama unamkura.
Mimi sikukula ugali, nimehangaika sana, sijawahi kukula ugali siku mingi na mnaisha.
Kwa hivyo gharama ya maisha imekuwa juu sana. Tungemuomba rais.
Iko juu, tunauza kama neti moja ni shilingi 900 kwa sasa hivi. Hilo linachangiwa na mambo tofauti ambayo yako haswa mambo ya kupanda kwa mafuta.
Inflation has been a major issue affecting Kenyans, especially this year. The rise in prices of goods and services, and especially food commodities, has left Kenyans in distress as they struggle to make ends meet. The case is no different for university students who have no jobs or no means of income and depend solely on their parents to sustain them.
Jeff Robinson Oguta. I'm a student at Kenyatta University, School of Creative and Performing Arts.
My name is Nyechero Diana. I'm a third-year student doing a Bachelor of Arts degree course in Theatre Arts and in Film Technology, and I live here in Ruiru campus.
The inflation has affected me as an individual in very many ways. First of them being the purchasing power. There is a reduced purchasing power in that there are items that I could buy for maybe 200 shillings, but now with the inflation, they cost me around 300 shillings. So meaning that if I had a budget that I wanted to purchase some stuff for my house or anything, whatever I would have bought initially for maybe a price like 1,000 shilling is far much more than what I can buy now. If I buy sugar, 2 kg, that was around maybe 250. Currently, it goes for 320, but I still have the same amount. The other thing is cooking oil. Cooking oil for a liter goes for around maybe 360. If you compare that to initial, the cost of a liter was maybe around 300 or 280. So meaning that I have to sacrifice. I'm not going to fry foods that need to be fried. I'll end up boiling them. And sometimes I'll be forced to drink porridge without sugar. How I cope with the inflation. So modern problems require modern solutions. Initially, I could comfortably take 4 meals a day, but now I have to cut it and I take 3 meals. Or sometimes I do the famous kuinama and I miss lunch. Yes, that is the kuinama. So another thing how I cope with inflation is initially I used to do shopping in bulk from supermarkets, but nowadays, the prices of commodities in wholesales and supermarkets are a bit different. So I want to go to supermarkets and I will just go to wholesale and pick whatever I want. The third way I cope with it is that I cut the budget. Initially I could get very many things for luxury and goods that are not necessarily essential to my survival as a student, but now I have to go with the budget. I buy basic items like food and survive with the rest.
Inflation has affected me as an individual in so many ways. For example, normally I take 3 meals in a day: breakfast, lunch, and supper. But with this inflation, I only take 2 meals, breakfast and supper. I don't take lunch. Lunch, it's either I take an egg which goes for 25 shillings or just drink water and stay like that. Basically, inflation has affected all products in the market, all the products I buy. Groceries, toiletries, stationery, everything. So for instance, when I go to the supermarket to buy maybe tissue paper, I find tissue paper has gone up. Like a piece goes for 35 shillings, but now it goes for 50 shillings. And when you come to biscuits, by the way, I love biscuits a lot. I like ginger nuts mostly. So when I buy ginger nuts, there was a time I bought ginger nuts. I only found 2 pieces inside. sad. And also fresh has only 3 pieces. So this inflation has even affected like the product these people produce. Well, I have put a budget. I just don't go around doing impulse buying. So at the end of the month, there's some money I always expect. So with that money, I always budget all the products I need to buy. For instance, if I go shopping to the supermarket, I always write down a list of the items I need to buy so that when I get there, I don't buy items which are out of my budget. Then I also calculate the amount of money, like approximately the amount of money I need to buy for those items. So before I go there, I already have in mind the money I have to buy, like the products I have to buy with the money I have. And also, like every end month, I always receive like 10,000. These are tasks I always do. So with that money, I have to remove 7,000 for rent, and the rest 3,000 is for shopping. So sometimes I'm always left with no money for buying shoes and clothes. So it's merely surviving. Yeah. When I go out to buy like tomatoes, 1 tomato goes for 10 shillings and it's very small. So sometimes I opt not even to cook in my house because of the tomatoes. Like the price is so high, and also the onions. Like you go buy an onion, a very tiny onion, it goes for 5 shillings. And sometimes it's even rotten inside. So sometimes I opt not to cook in my house at all.
And with just 1 egg for lunch, Diana goes back to class, hoping that better days are coming, where she will be able to afford 3 meals a day once again.